Welcome to the kitchen, cooking with Cara. I am wearing my little, make these cooking aprons, and I like to stay festive and fun and unique and different and not make the kitchen be such a, you know, old school boring place to be. It can also be fun and exciting when you dress up in your aprons made by me. I'm going to have them put on my website so you guys can check those out. I have these little claspers. I am making old school. That's why I went a little old school. I am going to be making some pie crust from scratch. This is my first time doing this new recipe with something healthy, more healthy, which is going to be coconut flour instead. I think that's what I'm using. Yes, coconut flour. So, on my trip, I have misplaced my microphone, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. And I hope you're liking the fit for the kitchen today. This is again one of the aprons that I make. And if you guys do like the content and you want to continue seeing the content and coming back here to see more from me, more healthy cooking tips, old school style cooking tips that I'm going to be turning into a healthy new age kind of cooking, then please do go to the little QR code that I have right there. And for you guys that are watching on a different platform, I'm going to be posting up the link where you can donate to my channel so I can continue doing what I love to do and include you guys with it. So please do that. And yeah, that's it. Let's dive in. Okay, so this is such a simple, easy recipe. The fall is here, and we got Thanksgiving around the corner. Of course, not to skip over a wonderful, fun holiday in Halloween, which is also my middle child's birthday coming up. So, all you Halloween children out there and adults that are about to celebrate your birthdays, this is a warm welcome birthday from me. This is going to be my specialty pumpkin pie recipe. It is a little secret in there, so stay tuned for what that secret is. But yeah, I am going to make the pie crust from scratch because pie crusts are very, 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 very bad for you. But we're going to try and make that a little bit better. So all the ingredients that we need, and I did forget my water, so I'm going to have to add that, is 1 cup of flour. We're going to use 6 tablespoons of butter, which I have cold. We're going to have to mash that up. 6 tablespoons, and then 5 tablespoons of cold water. So I'm going to put a little container with some ice and some water in it and ready for our preparation. So let me get that. All we're going to need is 5 tablespoons. I'm just going to put the ice water in, and then we can take from there. Let's get a little of that. I hope you guys are doing well today. I was going to live stream this, but all the storms going on, I wasn't sure if the signal was going to be spotty or not, so I'm just going to give this a little bit of a go right now. And of course, the one that I need, I am missing. No problemo. I am going to just have to get a new set, aren't I? Well, guess what? For those of you that donate, you can donate to a new set of, a couple bucks. A couple bucks here and a couple bucks there to a new set of measuring spoons. Because I do not know where my tablespoon went. It's probably because I do so much cooking in the dishwasher, but maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Kids could have used it for some kind of weird project and lost it. So this is a half teaspoon, which is totally fine, and I'll just have to double up on that. And when I'm cooking in the kitchen in the evening, I do like to have a little glass of wine. So cheers to you guys that are watching. Thank you for tuning in. I do like it better when it is the live stream, because then at least we can talk, right? But hopefully this goes well. The signal doesn't get choppy. I'll know that we're good to go, and then we can dive right in next time, and you guys can join me. But of course, I'll be wearing a different apron because I like to just keep it up. But since I'm doing old fashioned style, I went with one of my old fashioned aprons. So anyway, here's the cup. Here we go. The cup of the almond flour. And then we're doing 6 tablespoons, and they're already listed. For those of you who are new to cooking, they're already listed on the side of the butter, so you can easily tell how many tablespoons that are in there. And this says, so the tablespoon marks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one has 8. So you can keep count of where it is. What you do is, I already had a knife. I don't want to keep dirtying more knives, but what you do to keep count is you cut it along the line like so. You see the lines here? There's a line here, up here. So you cut it, cut it, cut it. That way you know you have an exact tablespoon. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1, 2, and you want to cut them up, and you want them to be cold when you do this. And you want to cut them so it's easier to do the process that's about to happen after this is cut up. So that's 2. Coming back in here, we got 3. There we go, making a nice big mess. This is 4. This part is a lot of smashing. That's 4. Let's go in with this 5. Oh yeah, baby. And then 1 more, and this is looking like a choppy mess right here, but that's okay. Cooking is messy, you guys. Just throwing it out there. If you are about to get started in the kitchen, you're new to cooking, just so you know, it is messy. So I like to keep my trash can handy right next to me and throw that right in, so I'm not running around the whole time and I can just get it done. So next part is smash, smash, smash. This is a potato smasher, you know, what you use to like crush potatoes up. So I take that, and you're just kind of mashing it all in there. Mash it, mash it, mash it. Get it all mashed up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Mashed up. And you want this to be kind of chunky, so it will be perfect consistency for when we actually get hands-on with it. So I'm just kind of going back in there. I'm mashing it all up. You guys, I feel so good to feel better. Let me just say, I do feel like I had COVID, but I didn't even think COVID was still a thing. So I didn't go do all the testing and stuff like I did before. Like everybody they had like so many places you could go and get COVID tests. And, like the drive ups, like, I don't know about your area, but in our area, we had so many just like pop up places you could go get tests. So actually, I do have one that was sent to me. There was a company that was sending like at home kits because it was so crazy everywhere else trying to get in to get COVID testing back in the day. So, but I didn't even think about that until just now. Still talking with you guys about it. But anyway, I'm feeling so much better. It took me literally full 7 days, and that was with rest, not working out, taking vitamins, just like rest, vitamins, nutrition, trying to eat healthy. But when you're not working out, like, I feel just everything. And then I started my period. Sorry, you guys, but it's just like everything was coming in at once. And all I wanted to do was just get back to my routine and be on here with you guys and, get my workouts in, and you guys motivate me and let me see me motivating you guys. Like, I really just wanted routine. Those times where you just really want routine. I just really needed routine back again. I had already been gone for 2 weeks, and then I came home and had another week hiatus, so I totally missed the entire time that we were doing our September challenge. The push-up, the 60-60-60 stack, which was 60 push-ups, 60 sit-ups, and 60 squats every single day of the month. But you guys, I did do it while I was away, so I didn't miss that part. But when I got back, I was really feeling it. So, all right, I think we got for the most part. This is like such a messy part, but I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I try and keep my nails just clean cut, short, because I do like to cook. And right now, nutrition is so important, y'all. Oh my gosh, so important. We have such bad foods that are causing such horrible diseases in so many people. I have clients that have like arthritis and things that they shouldn't have, like inflammation in the gut, in the organs, so much fat around the organs, and things that they shouldn't have, health issues they shouldn't have at young ages. And also for working out all the time and still having health issues. You can still get health issues even if you work out all the time. Imagine if you didn't work out and having those health issues. Like, it would be so, so bad. I'm just getting this. I have a little tray over on the side that has plastic wrap on it that I just throw all the crap so I don't get a mess. Pro tip, just have a little tray with a plastic wrap on it and throw it to the side. That way you can throw all your junk on there. Sorry, I'm double filming. If you see my eyes averting, I'm filming vertically and horizontally. But anyway, I am put that tray over there so you can throw all your stuff in, then you can just like not making a huge mess everywhere the whole time. It makes for a quicker cleanup when you have multiple kids like I do, and you are constantly, sorry, this thing's falling out of my ear. You are constantly picking up after them, and you're such in a rush all the time. I feel like I'm always in such a rush. You like to, my hands are washed, by the way, before I did all this. Putting this spatula over here. You think of ways to be more efficient and quick with your cleanup, with your cooking, with everything. So I definitely have found ways over the years. 3 kids plus neighbors that are always here, plus they got friends. Some people come spend the night here and they're here the entire weekend, which I don't mind. I love being that house. I always dreamt of having a house like my house when I was growing up. The house that everybody wanted to come to and all the friends would want to be at. And I just always had such a fun time as a kid. And I grew up in a single parent household, and I still just like, I didn't ever feel like I was ever really missing out on anything because I always had my friends and I always had such love and support. And I think no matter what situation you're in, if you just have those things, I feel like you're going to give your child a great childhood if you just allow them to have, all the love and support that they need to be able to make friends and, enjoy their time. A lot of times they're not even going anywhere. They're just here hanging out, doing whatever, like experiments, chatting. My son did just get into doing, okay, look, I got it nice and crumbly. See that? He did just get into doing or play bass guitar, and then he moved on to electric guitar, and now he just got an acoustic. And he gets his own money, honey. He prints t-shirts, he has his own money, buys his own prints, and he does it all himself, raises his own money to buy the things that he wants and needs. He's really good with money, and he's really good at business, and I think it's important to teach our kids that. 1 tablespoon. Well, I'm going to have to count this out now. That's 2 tablespoons. Here you go. That's 3 tablespoons. Y'all, I really need a new set of some kitchen stuff. 4 tablespoons. Any donuts, you want to donate $1 to the channel? Perfect. And then I'll give you a big shout out for the new measuring spoons that I have. With all these kids in the house all the time, I tell you, it is really hard to keep like a whole set of anything, whole set of dishes, whole set of cups, whole set of anything, y'all. This is why I can't talk and do that. Is that 5? Oh gosh. Oh, I hope this comes out okay. I'm just going to go one more in because I really do think that was probably 6. Okay, moving this along. Hope that was 6. I feel like that was probably 6. But, yeah. So here we are, going in with the squishy squish. But yeah, I feel like it's very important to give your children the tools that they need to thrive on their own, and ideas and support to make their own business so they can make their own money, teaching them how to save their money for the things that they want. And it's a very valuable lesson, especially this day and age, learning how to save, learning how to not waste it on junk and actually save it up for something good, because it's about quality, not quantity. So I'd rather have one thing that's going to last a long time than wasting your money on all the things that are just going to break. And by the time all those things break or something happened to them, then you got then you could have spent on something on really nice, something really nice. Y'all know what I'm saying. So it's good to teach them that. He's 13 and he's gotten all the stuff that he wants on his own. He's bought himself with his own money from his own craft and his own skill. Okay, y'all remember, I did make this with coconut flour. It's coming out a little bit different than I had anticipated. I might have to add a little olive oil. We'll see. Or maybe even look up another person's recipe since I did use coconut flour. Look, it's like crumbling apart as soon as I mash it in. So let me wash my hands and then get on my phone because I'm going to look a recipe up and see. Oh, I can't get on my phone because it's there. And see how, maybe if I throw an egg in it, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw an egg in it. I'm just going to roll with it. I've cooked enough food and know how it goes. So I have my organic, cage-free eggs here. You guys got to get them the brown eggs. You cannot, if you have to, you have to. But out here where I live, I usually go to the farm and just pick up some eggs. So there's so many people farming eggs out here, and you can get like a beautiful bunch of eggs, and they just taste different too. I'm coming back over and grabbing that spatula. They're so delish. Those farm-raised eggs with them chickens, because they feed them properly, feed them what they want. You can feed them literally the most pure things if you want, and know that they're getting the best nutrition. I have gotten them from some farmers before that have just used the most incredible diet for their chickens, and the eggs, you guys, oh my gosh, they don't even taste like regular eggs. It's a whole different ball game. It really is. And especially if you go to a farm that has different types of chickens, they all lay different types of eggs. So you can have like a real fun assortment, and it's also like a really great gift to give somebody is going to a farm. If you have areas where there's farms near you guys, going to the farm and picking out, getting a dozen of eggs, especially if they have different chickens, I'm telling you. And that's like a really great gift to give somebody, because eggs, first of all, are so expensive. Second, you just don't know what's in them these days. You really don't. Like, people, it's really sad what's happening to our food industry. They're just like doing whatever they can to cut costs, probably because all the inflation all over the place, really. All right, I'm going in with another egg. I hope this comes out okay. I mean, at this point, you're in this with me, right? We're in this together. We got this. We're just going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go. You never know. You're just going to give it a go. I saved the eggshells. I crushed those eggshells up and I put them in the garden, because plants and like vegetable gardens or plants in general love eggs. The eggshell has so many nutrients in it, so if you crush them up and put them in your plant bed, like just push them down into the dirt, so good, y'all. So good. So many great things. So many things to learn. Okay, I feel like this is a better consistency, so I'm gonna go ahead and put people use parchment paper, but I just like to use the press and seal if I have enough. Again, you guys, if you like what you're hearing, you want to be a part, and you want to do this when it's live stream, you guys, please do donate at my little QR code thing. I don't know how it works on that end, but I do have it set up. I'm sorry, this is like all in your ear. I'm sure this sounds amazing, but I like the press and seal, because you can just press it down on the table and it will stay. The parchment paper for me drives me nuts because it goes constantly all over the place. But yeah, I do appreciate it. I'm constantly needing new stuff. It hasn't been ruined by all these children for cooking, and I really want to do this for you guys. Just like cooking with Cara, since it has been brought up so many times. I know I'm constantly posting those little quick clips of my like quick and easy healthy keto. I'm usually like a keto or high protein diet type of gal that I'm posting stuff on. But yeah, I know many of you said, why don't you do a whole thing or do a live cooking show, streaming, or whatever. So I do want to do that. I think it was a great idea. And I do appreciate you guys supporting that idea. Y'all, look at how crumbly this is. So this almost looks like feta cheese, but yellow. So very interesting. I'm not sure how this is gonna come out as a pie, as a pie crust. But guess what? We are going to try, and we're going through with it. Okay, we're going through with it. Okay, I'm gonna take this since it's so crumbly. I don't normally do it like this, just so y'all know. And I'm just gonna fold it all up into each other and really try and get a nice form. I just need it good enough to be able to roll it out. I might have to roll it out inside this stuff. Sorry if this is like killing your ears with the microphone right there. But I'm gonna have to just roll it out in this. You guys are gonna like totally vibe on my aprons. If you're just tuning in, the aprons, y'all, I'm gonna put them up. I have to make some more, but I do make them just to stay fun. I have been a costume designer for so long that I'm like, you know what? I like to sometimes be fun and dress up. I also have so many wigs. So I'm going to be doing these cooking shows in like several different forms, you guys. One day I'm going to have short hair. One day I'm going to have curly hair. One day I'm going to have looking like a gown on. Like, that's just how it's going to be. And you guys can tune in for all of it. Please do like and subscribe. The channel is on YouTube, and it is Cara Christensen TV. I am going to also send this out to Facebook and to Instagram. Looking like a snack. So, funny enough, if you don't have a roller and you just got done, let's just give that a whirl. Look at there. Who knew? Who knew that you could just double down? That's what I love. You know what I was like? I like life hacks. You know those people who are always posting about life hacks? Like how to use this if you don't have something? That's what's happening. What's also happening is the freaking gnats. I swear, it has been absolutely unbelievably annoying since we got back. I don't know what was left. I'm usually pretty good about making sure everything's cleaned and put together before we leave, because I do not like to come home to a huge messy house after a long vacation. Like, I like to come home to a nice clean house, like a nice fresh sheets on the bed. I don't know if you guys saw my video, but I was so excited to come back home to my bed. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. But I like to come home to a nice clean place, you know? Because nothing's worse than coming back from vacation. You already have all those dirty clothes in the bags to put up. Yeah, this is crazy. This is so crumbly. I'm just going to still give it a go. I just am. One last thing I'm going to throw in there. I'm going to throw in maybe some olive oil. Olive oil's good for you too. Maybe even some coconut oil. Why not at this point, right? Got a couple eggs in there. Like, come on. What else can we throw? Oh, kitchen sink. Let's go. Here we go. I'm going to throw some oil in here. I'm just going to say that's probably like, I don't know, a couple tablespoons. Mashing that up. We are making this up as we go, you guys. I have never made this with coconut flour before, so now I know. And now y'all know. And I'm sure there's so many people out there that have recipes. I'm just trying to use my knowledge. I feel like the more I use, like, the sites to figure things out for me, the less knowledge my brain, like, the less intelligent I get. Like, I'm pretty smart. I can figure out things by my big old brain God gave me. But I feel like the more that I use, like, other things to tell me how to use my brain, the dumber I get. So I like to try and figure it out. I have such a great knowledge of cooking, so I'm hoping that that's going to come into play here. But I guess we're gonna find that out together, aren't we? Because this is looking, look a little, Okay, let's just see. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm not sure about it. I just am not. But here's my last resort, and that's gonna be maybe just like a little bit of this. We're gonna throw in a little bit of cream de cocoa. At this point, gonna go a little cream de cocoa. I mean, why not, right? Because like it's creamy, it's coconutty. I'm digging on that. And then I've got actual coconut oil, and I'm going in on that. This better be, you know what? This might end up being another like rando spoon. I'm telling you. Guys, look right there, the little donate thing. Just $1. Just $1 each. Just $1 each, and get me some new cooking spoons. I could get myself some new cooking spoons just through you guys, your donations. I promise it'll go to good work. Okay, so that is a half a teaspoon. So I did a tablespoon and a half. Or no, wait. Yeah, I just did 3 teaspoons. So no, I didn't even do actually, that's not really a teaspoon. That's like that's overdone. So I did 3 over scoops of coconut oil. This might be super duper yummy, y'all. Because I put 2 eggs in it. And I just learned a study, new 2024 study, and I'm making the biggest mess, but that's okay. 2024 study about, I'm going to throw it back in here, y'all. 1 to 2 eggs per week lowers your chance of Alzheimer's by 50%. 50%, you guys. That's a lot. That's a big percent. That's a lot. So, 50%. Right? So crazy. So, in here alone is 2 eggs. And then we have all the coconut. I mean, coconut flour. Think about it. It's coconut flour. I think it might have tapioca in it. I don't know. I'll have to go look at it. But, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Oh, it smells so tropical and delicious and healthy. It smells like when someone's making like a pina colada. That's kind of what it smells like. And I should know because I was just there where they were making pina coladas off of my vacation into the Western Caribbean. It was so beautiful, you guys. The water was incredible. Incredible. The water was so nice, and it was the second largest coral reef in the world where we were in Costa Maya, and I tell you what, it did not disappoint. There were definitely times where the water was getting so deep. It still wasn't murky ever. You could still see, but it was so deep, but it was still blue, but it was deep. Like it went from clear blue to, whoa, I cannot see, it's too dark blue. And then I just started thinking about, all those scary shark movies I've ever seen. All right, I'm going crossing paper because I just knew so much of it and I ran out of the other stuff. So, just keeping it real in this kitchen. This is the keep it real kitchen. But it was like, you guys, it was so beautiful. The fish, it was so, so cool. But seeing that deep blue, I was like, oh crap. I was like, oh no about this. Oh no. Because all I started thinking about was these sharks are just going to come up immediately. Because all these fish. So my guy that was like taking us out around, showing us around the coral reef, my son went with me. And he was feeding the fish. And I had literally just saw this. I went down the rabbit hole about shark attacks and what's the likelihood of shark attacks, like, going out on these destination trips, like, is it worth doing the like getting an excursion to do when we're there, like, is it worth it to do it? And what's the likelihood, like, where are the sharks, where are the most sharks, like, where are the most shark attacks, all the things. Like, I went down the friggin' dark rabbit hole, right? So here I am going through all this stuff, and then there was one thing they were talking about. These people were talking about. I'm actually going to use a real ruler now because I don't have plastic on it. But these people they were doing a whole story on these people who were going on an excursion out of the country, and it should have been safe, but the boat that dropped them off had left to go pick up some more people, and this woman was out with her daughter who was celebrating graduating college, and she got bit. So I was like, holy crap. And then, not like maybe an hour later, okay, so this was a catastrophe. She got bit. She was trying to like get out of there, and she didn't make it. She died, okay? Mom had to sit there and watch the whole thing. Horrible, horrible nightmare. So then the same shark went 2 hours later, like he wasn't hungry enough from that girl, 2 hours later, and went over to another lady who was swimming way far out, but she likes to go swimming like she with the, with the cap, like she's a swimmer, like one of those people that goes in the ocean to like get their swimming laps in. So she's out there swimming, and same shark bit her. Okay, so the earbud, I'm not touching my hair or anything. The earbud, it's going to come out. I'm just going to flip this on over and just try and press this crap out up in here. But so using the knuckles like that, because that's the easiest, tucking them in. That's the easiest technique for spreading it without getting it all up under your nails, which I don't have any right now. So I like to keep them short anyway. Anyway, so they start discovering that this this shark had bit the girls, right? Both ladies, both women. Well, the one wasn't. I mean, kind of. She just graduated college, but anyway, so she just got bit. Both of them, their biggest attack was on the hip, right here. So the shark, like, it was like all up on the rib cage, all these organs, and into the hip bone, right? It was a great white shark. Forgot that part. So the shark's coming in like that, okay? Other lady bit in the same area. How ironic. Pretty crazy, right? So she's bit in that area, and guess what? They found out that the person, the divers that would go over there, they thought it was so cool to be feeding these sharks. They were feeding the sharks to get them to come up to them. So they were feeding all of these sharks. Great white sharks, like other kind of sharks. They were feeding these sharks. And where did they hold their fish food? On this pouch on their hip. So now they made a law where you cannot, okay, follow me from the beginning. If y'all missed the beginning of the story, just please rewind, because I'm telling you this. So now, okay, they made a law where divers cannot, there's supposed to be a law, I don't know like if it's everywhere, but this was also another excursion kind of place where, and they made a law where divers are not supposed to, I have to look that up if it's like a worldwide law or what is it, but divers are not supposed to feed sharks because it makes them feel comfortable coming into the grounds where the swimmers are, and also coming up close to them. They're not scared of them because they think they're going to get fed, and if they're not getting fed, they're just going to bite for it anyway. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys. Oh no, I had pre-sprayed it. Okay. I was going to say, oh, forgot to spray this pan before I just did all this work. I pre-sprayed it. Phew. Okay, you should spray the pan. You didn't see me spray it, but I did spray it. I pre-sprayed it with my butter spray. Or, yeah, use butter spray because butter is not terrible for you in moderation. Everything in moderation. So anyway, we get to Costa Maya, right? We're so excited. The second largest coral barrier reef in the world. Like, in the world. It stretches for hundreds of miles, this coral reef, right? So, other than the Great Barrier Reef, which I know you guys know is the number one, that stretches like forever and ever. So anyway, he's like, do you want me to show you? Because it can get real shallow, and if there is any kind of current, it can wash you into it, and the coral is really sharp, and you should know where to go, blah, blah. I don't charge you for it, but we charge tips if I do a good job, blah, blah, blah. I can also do like an underwater package and, you can get your footage of you guys doing this together, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, sure. I definitely don't want to just go out there on my own. I feel more comfortable. He's been doing it there for 15 years. You know, my son's like, no, we got this. We could just do it on our own. And he has like sweet little adventurous heart, just like his mommy. But, you know, I'm older now. And I just remember I just deep dove into about 40 freaking how vacations on excursions like this can go wrong videos with shark attacks. And, you know, the water's so clear. So I feel like you could probably see something from pretty far. How good of a swimmer you are is what's going to depend on like everything. And when you're out there, you have flippers on. When you're going snorkeling or diving, you have flippers so you can move a little bit faster. You can use those to your advantage. But still, like when it gets real deep at the drop off near you, it is so deep, y'all. Anyway, back to this guy. So we get in the water, right? We're going out there, heading out there. I'm already like on the look, constantly kind of on the look. I'm trying to like breathe through it. He's like, it's okay, calm down. You're making me nervous. He's got his like cool island accent. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be just fine. We got this. You gotta breathe, calm down, relax, enjoy the moment. Okay, that was a bad accent. But anyway, so here we go. We're going out. Lo and behold, what does he pull out from his hip? Some bread or some kind of crap, and he's feeding all the fish around us. I have video of it, you guys. I swear, I like my hand to God. He's feeding the fish. He is feeding the freaking fish. I was like, oh no! I just watched a video on this. This is exactly what that great white bit the people. Of course, I didn't want to tell him that because this is his thing, right? He wants to get good footage of us underwater with the fish. Meanwhile, I'm just like, no, it's okay. I don't want the pictures with the fish. They're pretty and all, but whatever. So I'm spinning in the water at this point. We're so far out, like, I don't know. It's now at like a 25-foot drop underneath us, 25 feet. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's plenty of time for, I don't know. There's so much coral. You don't know what's hiding down there. Like, you don't know what kind of sharks are down there or other kind of animals. Barracuda, don't forget about them. Like, so we're in the water, and then I'm spinning around, and I'm up just to see if I see any fins up, and then I get back in the water, and I'm spinning around under the water, and then I turn my head, like turning around this way, and I was like, oh, and I'm like blowing all these bubbles out because he had thrown some stuff over near me, so all these fish were just like swarming me in my face. I couldn't see. There were so many fish in my face. I could not see in front of me. So then I'm starting like panicking because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the time. I can't see literally because there's so many fish and they're flapping, they're squishing their tails, and they're like all around me. And I'm trying to like push them all out of my way. And now I'm like so discombobulated. So I'm like, my mask got all the water in it. So I'm coming back up. And I was like, dude, this is the time when all these fish are around and it's feeding time, like the sharks want to come eat. So I'm like, I can't even see, and I'm gonna get my head eaten off right here in front of my son, and it's gonna like scar him for the rest of his life. This is actually coming out pretty good now. Oh crap. So here I am. So he's all laughing and like, oh, I was trying to get your attention for you. Pay attention. You don't need to keep doing a spin around in a circle to look for everybody. You just gotta pay attention. I don't know what kind of accent I'm doing, but I'm just letting you know. Like I was like, I'm trying to have fun. I'm fine with the fish. Like, you don't have to, like, I'm good on that. You don't have to be feeding the fish near me anymore. And he was like, okay, I just want you to see the beautiful fish. I'm like, I can see that. Look, they're all around me. I'm in the ocean. I'm going to see the fish, right? So here I am, like, freaking dying inside, trying to play it cool because my son already knows I never go in the water because of my fear of sharks. And I don't ever go in the water because we're on the East Coast and we're not near that beautiful Gulf water. So it's murky. It's like lake water. So I don't know what's underneath there. And lo and behold, when we went under the water, there were so many things. You would never even know how many things are swimming around you at all times when you're in the ocean. Like, so many things. I was like, oh my God, there's clear jellyfish. There's so many like see-through jellyfish that don't have any kind of color at all that were just swimming around people. I was like, holy crap. There's like so much crap under here. Oh my gosh. It was like families of squid. I have so much cool video I'm going to post it up on my page on Cara Christensen TV. That's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I don't know, all of them. TikTok, Snapchat, all the jams. I'm going to put the videos all the way up. But, all the way up. I'm going to put them all the way up, y'all. It's all the way up to the top. But, dude, okay. So, here we are. Then, finally, I back up. Like, I'm, like, swimming behind my son and the guy. And I am, like, backing up because I don't want all those fish around me. And I'm just, at this point, like, playing guard. I'm like, okay, making sure. I'm still enjoying myself. Don't get me wrong. It's so beautiful. It's magical under the water. It is, like... Honestly, it's like a whole new world. A whole new world. Okay, I'll stop. But it is like being on another planet. It's so cool if you can ever get a chance to do it. You have to be in great shape because you have to be able to swim far. You have to be able to swim out in a current. And there's so much salt where we were because there's not any other like waterways, no lakes or any kind of rivers or anything like that. So all the salt collects there. So even though we had a little life vest thing that you could blow up, we never even needed it because we're so easy to float out there when there's so much salt like that. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to end up, but you know what? We're still giving it a go. But yeah, it was so crazy. So anyway, I fall back and I'm swimming a little bit behind. And then in my brain, I start thinking, holy crap. I'm swimming too far back. Now my son is up there around all these fish and all this stuff. Like, I cannot watch my son get eaten in front of my face. So then I'm like telling him, like, come back here, like all slow motion in the water. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm making all this disturbance and I'm looking around me the whole time. Y'all, it was a mess. So then my son comes back and he's like, what? And I was like, oh. And then he comes up and hugs me and we're underwater hugging. I was like, okay, I'll take that. And then, like, meanwhile, the whole time still, I'm looking. I'm constantly looking around just in case anything lurking is coming up out of nowhere. And then I told him to come up, and I was like, look, you do not want all those fish. He was so brave and, like, doing all things. I didn't want to scare him, but I was like, I wanted him to be aware. You know, you don't want to scare the crap out of your kids to where it makes them afraid to do anything and they lose, like, the luster of life and the wonder. You don't want that. But I certainly wanted him to at least be knowledgeable enough to know a thing or two, and he could make his own judgment and at least be aware. And I said, look, fish that are swimming in swarms like that, like schools of fish, that's where these like bigger predators go to feed because it's an easier catch because they know the school of fish is going to provide enough food for them in one gobble or two or three, however gobbles. You just don't want to be a part of that gobble. You know what I'm saying? So I just gave him the knowledge. I said, I'm not trying to scare you. I haven't seen anything. This guy said he's never seen anything but one shark, and that was a nurse shark. But yeah, so at least I made him a little bit of aware. But then we were going to go back out after the guy, and I felt comfortable enough to go out just a little bit, like to where we were, but not those deep seas. He was trying to take us over the drop off, like the 80-foot drop off, and I just could not. I just could not do it. All right, look, y'all. I did this. Okay? I don't know what's gonna happen. It might just all fall apart, but at least it's got healthy stuff in there, right? I put cream de coca, or no, wait, what is it called again? I put probably like 2 tablespoons of, cream of coconut. Okay, cream of coconut in there. And then 3 half teaspoon, wait, what is that? Yeah, 3 whopping half teaspoons of coconut oil. And then I did like probably 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I did 2 eggs on top of the water and the almond flour and the 6 tablespoons of butter that we started with. So we're going to see. I don't know. New recipe. Just did it right here, right in your face. And now I have over here my candied yams and I have 2 cups of candied yams and 2 cups of pumpkin filling. So I'm just gonna mash those all up together, and then I'm gonna pour it into that little puppy right there. But anyway, y'all, I just felt like I freaking survived. I showed my son how brave I was to get into the ocean to start with. We had such a fun time. But I'm just saying how ironic that I had watched that darn, like, went down the rabbit hole, watched all those people, watched all the like shark attacks in the areas and why the sharks were attacking. A whole law was passed because these families were so upset. Also, that you can't just go and drop some people off in the ocean to do diving, scuba diving, or diving in any realm and then leave them and then go pick up other people. Like, someone has to be out there just in case something happens, and which it did, because they took them out there because that's where all the beautiful fish are, but also that's where fishing boats would go on this thing that I was watching. Like, fishing boats would go there, and there was just a fishing boat out an hour beforehand. This was on the, remember I was watching all these videos of how excursions can go wrong. There was just a fishing boat an hour ago. I guess they don't check these things. So the fishing boat was out there throwing chum, and all these sharks were coming around, you know, for the fish. So they were coming back around in that area because they knew that's where they were getting some food from. And then this excursion boat comes and brings all these passengers out there to do their excursion for scuba diving and snorkeling, and then left to go pick up some more people. And there's like a vicious shark attack. And the shark in this video that I was watching was flinging this girl around. This woman's college graduate. That's why they were on this trip, because of like graduating college was like, this was her, you know, graduation gift or whatever. And they didn't want to go do it. They weren't in the mood, but she was like, we're already out here to do it, and was thrashing that girl around. So hold on, I'm sorry. So they said it was one of the most vicious attacks. People that were onlooking, they didn't know what to do. They had like no like way to help her. They just literally had to sit and watch, and they were trying to get everybody out of the water so it wasn't going to happen to anybody else. But he was thrashing so hard, this poor girl, in his mouth. But when they finally retrieved her body, the biggest bite was at the hip, in the same spot that the other bite was in. And that was how they found out that it was from the divers where they were feeding them. That's where they were holding their food. I was like, I cannot. Like, you know, people don't pay attention, like, where they were going, what they were doing. You know, like, they were going out in the same spot where fishing boats go out. Like, I feel like that's something that should be like, duh. Like, don't go out where there's fishing boats. And so now it's a law, I think, that I read that they can't just take excursion passengers out from the United States in other countries and leave them unattended ever anywhere. Especially where we were in, like, you know, the Western Caribbean, where Belize and Cozumel and Costa Maya and how did I forget the other place we were at? But I want to say Nicaragua, but that's not it. But anyway, it was just like, I could not believe it. Of all, you should have seen my eyes when I saw, as soon as we got out there far, which we had already been swimming for like 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden I saw him reach, because I saw all these fish around. I was like, oh, that's cool. Look at all the fish. It's like, they love this guy. And he said that he's been like, you know, traveling this coral reef for 15 years. So that I'm like, oh my gosh, they really do love him. And then I saw him feeding the fish. I was like, what? I was like, oh heck no. My eyeballs probably looked in my mask like they were gonna, like, the pressure was gonna pop my freaking eyeballs out of my sockets. My eyes got so big. I was like, heck no, I just saw this happen, y'all. I ain't getting eaten. And that's when I started doing the 360 spins to look like, are there any sharks coming up? Any sharks coming up? Heck no. Heck no. I'm going to go ahead and put my oven on. Bake at 375. 3, 7, 5, start. Okay, and I'm gonna scoop this filling in, and then that's gonna be that. I'm gonna cook that pie crust. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna cook the pie crust first. Once it gets all heated up, then I'm gonna scoop this in, and once I put this pie filling in, I'm gonna put on some maple syrup over the top, and then I'm just gonna cook that for maybe like, I don't know, 7 to 10 minutes in my brand new, not brand new, but this is a newer style oven. It has like the what do you call it? Air fryer like in it. I guess a lot of ovens do that now, which is really cool. So, but it also has the convection, like the one that sits on top of your counter. A lot of people have those, and it has that in it. Maybe all of them do. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not huge on like how everybody else's appliances work. But I cook at enough friends' houses that I at least have an idea of, what some other appliances are. But anyway, that was my story on the trip. If you guys see the footage that I'm going to post of me, of what I'm talking about, you're going to get a much better understanding. So you have to stay tuned. Like, make sure you subscribe. It's free. Subscribe to my channel. Go to Facebook. I do post a lot and do some lives on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram's probably my least one that I do, but I'm working on it. But YouTube and Facebook are definitely my number ones on social media. But I definitely am going to put those videos up. And when I do, you guys, you're going to get a much better understanding of what I'm talking about. Now that you know the story of what I'm talking about. I'm going to mash this up a little bit more about what I'm saying about how this guy was feeding the fish and how crazy. Like, you just have to be careful. That's why it's good to be in shape. To be in good shape when you go anywhere and anything, especially if you're gonna do an excursion. Like, you have to have some physical strength. You have to be able to do these things. You have to be able to get yourself in the boat, get yourself out of the boat. You got to be able to swim. You got to be able to like hold up stuff sometimes. Like, you have to be in great shape. If you like to travel, you like to do things, you like hiking, you like any kind of thing, you want to live the life that we have right now, you've gotta be in good shape. And it doesn't take a whole lot to do that. You can walk, you can do chair exercises. Like, I literally offer all those things on my channel. So let's do it. Let's get you there. And who knows, you might be taking a trip that you never thought you would and doing an excursion that you never thought in your wildest dreams that you could do, because you just gave it a go. You started eating healthier. You started doing a little bit of a workout every day. Like, slow but surely, I'm all about those small tasks, to those small feats to reach those big results. So that's what we're going to be doing. And thank you for watching on this channel. I am going to put this in here, and we'll see. I got some Sauvignon Blanc here, and it's like getting so hot now. I try to get a little, just wet the whistle a little bit. I like to enjoy my time when I cook. It's my time. So everybody's out the kitchen. I tell everyone out the kitchen. This is my time. You guys want to enjoy a very delicious, yummy meal, then you got to let me do my thing. So that's kind of how that goes. The kids are off. They're at the music store right now with their daddy. And so I'm in here doing my thing and doing it with y'all. So thank you for being here. Please, please, please make sure to subscribe here on YouTube and go to my Facebook page and follow. I don't even think you have to be a member of Facebook, but you can still offer a follow and a like. Cara Christensen TV on all platforms. And if you guys want to see more of this, I am, got a little donation thing up there. I do need some new cooking utensils. So it would really go towards that, and I would be so grateful and much appreciated. And you can see that your money is being spent in places where you can see that you put it into. I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to come back with you guys and show you the final product. Okay? All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.